This is Matrix Lord 212, and today is August 10th. But I do have some things to say before I go over these box office numbers for Ghostbusters. It's kind of funny, but watching Doctor Who and stuff like that, we noticed that people would, when there was a slow news story, they would create all these articles, change the words around, and basically just put stuff out there. And then they would duplicate the articles over and over and over again. Well, in this case with Ghostbusters, one place writes a story that it's unlikely that the Ghostbusters are getting a sequel, and everybody jumps on it like flies to shit, basically. Okay? Nowhere does it say that Sony makes an announcement that there is no Ghostbusters. Nowhere does it say that, it's still making money. It's still in the top 10. It still has to be released everywhere. Some people are saying that, but then they want to speculate that, comedies don't make money overseas. Well, this is a sci-fi comedy. Okay, it's not just a comedy. It's a sci-fi comedy. So I just don't understand. I just have a hard time with the amount of comments that I got on this video. People losing it. People cursing. People flipping. It's like worse than the general election. Like they really, these all the haters are coming out and they really don't want this sequel to be made. Okay, and I also find it pretty interesting how everybody's shouting about, it has to make 500 million to be a success. It has to be 500 million. And then when you look at these articles today, they make a statement that if it basically makes 290 million, it will break even. Okay, so that means that anything over 290 would be profit. And then they also say that, the toys and all the merchandising is doing well and stuff like that. So is it that people are lying all along that it had to make 500 million? Here's the thing, okay? As we stand right now domestically, Ghostbusters is $118,099,659. Worldwide gross is $180,899,659. Okay, we still don't got the complete numbers in for the foreign markets. We still don't have it released everywhere in the foreign markets. So basically, we need a complete update of the foreign markets to show 8-7 numbers. I'm talking every single country. That's one. Two, we need to see when the last release date of Ghostbusters is, which I believe it's on the 16th. So going by that, then you have to wait an additional probably 2 weeks after that to get an accurate number for that run. So again, we're not going to have an accurate number for Ghostbusters till at least the last week of August, first week of September. So for anybody to jump the gun, and if you have an open mind, do this. Go to, the place that you have box office. Look at Star Trek Beyond and look at Jason Bourne. Look it up where it's supposed to be released. They all have late releases. If you notice, Ghostbusters has 62 million, Jason Bourne has something similar, Star Trek has something similar because they're not released everywhere yet. Okay? In Star Trek's case, I feel bad, but it's not until the last week of October, first week of November, that we're going to have an accurate number for Star Trek. And Jason Bourne, I really haven't researched it, but the thing is that you can't, it's speculation. Just like I'm speculating that it may do better. Nobody is correct. I'm not correct. These people that hate are not correct. But I am bringing factual points here. And that being that, how could you make the assumption that it's definitely not getting a sequel if it's still in the top 10, if we still don't have all the box office numbers in? You can't speculate. You can't get it right completely. So I honestly think that, I know it's going to make more than 200 million, that's for sure. But I honestly think that we have a shot. I honestly think that, we're going to have a nice surprise when all the foreign numbers comes in and everybody's going to be biting their teeth, and all these people that write articles are going to have to write another article, or else they'll never be credible when the movie is basically good enough to have a sequel. The box office numbers will actually show. And honestly, I already feel that it's going to be a sequel because they already announced it's going to be. So I do believe they're going to make a sequel regardless. But I just want the box office numbers to back it up. And basically, I'll love it. I will love it when all the haters just are proven wrong. And if not, and if I'm wrong, I'll come on here and say, hey, I was wrong. I've been wrong before and I've been right before. So, but the amount of people of the hatred that just don't want this movie to happen is hysterical. Hysterical. People tell me to go F myself and all kinds of craziness. I mean, calm down. Calm down. Damn. It's crazy. So, and this whole thing about the animated Ghostbusters, I'm sorry, if you really pay attention to the news, they announced the 2 animated Ghostbuster movies before Ghostbusters came out. The girls' Ghostbusters. So they're twisting the articles to make it like, oh, now we're going to go in a direction with the animated because this didn't do well. But that's a lie, because they've always were going to release the animated in 2018 and 2019. That was always part of the plan, no matter what. So you can't spin these articles to make it like, try to back up their words and their speculation, saying, see, look, this is what they're doing. They're putting the animated out on those years, because I've seen Dark Horizons report this in June 20th, that the animated things were coming. So how could you now do an article for the same company saying that this is what they're doing because the movie bombed? You're making an assumption that the movie bombed because you don't like it. You're making an assumption that they're not going to go with the sequel because you don't like it. You're not following the news. You're not following the box office. You're not even having that. It's a complete negativity. They just completely say it's not happening. And I can't wait for all those people to be proven wrong. Take care. Bye for now.